We have seen how an abstract class can be used to declare abstract methods to enforce their implementation in subclasses which are capable and must provide a specific implementation. Providing an implementation for those methods in a generic way in the abstract class is meaningless. An abstract class is suitable in such cases where some of the methods are implemented in it because all the subclasses should have the same implementation, while providing a way for the subclasses to compulsorily override and implement one or more methods to provide specific implementation. But can there be scenarios where the subclasses should provide all the method implementations? That is, all the methods in the abstract class should be declared abstract? Yes, there can be such scenarios, and marking all the methods abstract is also possible. But it does not make sense to have a class where all methods are abstract. A class, by definition, is supposed to provide at least one method implementation, which is the behavior of the class. Then how do we solve this problem? We need to have a different construct where all methods can be declared as abstract. Is there any such construct in Java? Yes, there is, and it is called interface. And in this module, we will learn about it in detail. The objective of this module is to learn what is an interface and how to define it. What is the difference between an interface and an abstract class? How to implement an interface? Polymorphic power of interface? How to include one interface into another? How to extend another interface? Interface specifies what a class must do, but not how it does it. It is similar in syntax to a class definition. However, it does not have instance variables and does not provide method body. One or more classes can implement the same interface. A class can implement one or more interfaces. A class which implements an interface needs to provide full implementation of the methods defined by the interface. Through the use of interface, one interface, multiple methods aspect of polymorphism can be fully utilized. So what's the difference between an abstract class versus an interface? An abstract class is used when you know something and rely on others for what you don't know. While an interface is used when you want to define a contract and you don't know anything about the implementation. Here an interface named callback is defined. It is declared as public and can be used by any other code. Notice that the method has no body and ends with a semicolon. The method body needs to be provided by the classes which implement the interface. The methods in an interface are implicitly public. Here is another interface named feedback. It has variable declarations. These variables are implicitly public, final, and static. These have to be initialized. The values cannot be modified. Here another interface named runnable is defined in package com.teachjava.module4. It is declared with default access and can only be used by other code defined in the same package com.teachjava.module4. In order to implement an interface, a class should use implements keyword in the class definition. Here class client implements callback interface and provides implementation for the callback method. The methods implemented in the classes must be declared public. Also, the type signature of the method must exactly match the type signature specified in the interface definition. More than one interface can be implemented by the class. The interface names should be mentioned separated by comma. Here class client implements interfaces callback and runnable and provides implementation for the methods callback and run declared in the interfaces. Can a class implement an interface but not provide any implementation for the method? Yes, but the class must be declared abstract. It is also referred to as partial implementation of the interface. In this example, class client implements both callback and runnable interfaces. However, it provides implementation for the callback method and does not implement run method. Hence, the client class is marked abstract. Can a class add some of its own methods? Yes. In this example, class client implements callback interface and provides implementation for the callback method. Notice that an additional test method is also defined, indicating that a class can define additional methods which are not mentioned in the interface. Accessing implementation through interface references. A variable of an interface type can be used to refer to an object of a class implementing the interface. In this example, we have defined an interface shape with two methods, perimeter and area. Rectangle class implements shape interface and provides the implementation for the perimeter and the area methods. In the shape demo class, we have a main method wherein we create an instance of rectangle by using the parameterized constructor and assign that to the shape reference variable, which is of type shape. When we print out the values of the area, here's the output of the program. Observe the commented line of code. If the line is uncommented, it will result in a compilation error. This is because shape reference variable can only refer to the members defined in its interface definition. So only the perimeter and the area methods can be referenced using the shape reference variable. Length is defined inside the rectangle class and cannot be referenced. Let's look at the polymorphic power of interface references. A variable of an interface type can be used to refer to an object of a class implementing the interface, as we had seen in the previous example. So in this example, we have defined an interface shape which has the two methods perimeter and area, and rectangle class and the triangle class implement the shape interface and provide specific implementations for the perimeter and area method. We have a class shape demo which has the main method in which we create instance of rectangle by using the parameterized constructor and assign it to a reference variable shape of type shape and invoke the area method using the shape reference variable. Next, we create an instance of triangle by using the parameterized constructor and assign it to the same shape reference variable which is of type shape and invoke the area method on that reference variable. So we can see that the version of area invoked depends on the object to which the shape variable refers to. The reference variable of interface type shape can be used to refer to rectangle and triangle objects. Nested interface. An interface declared inside another interface or class is called nested interface, also known as the member interface. Nested interface declared inside a class can take any access specifier. However, the one declared inside an interface is public implicitly. When a nested interface is used outside of its enclosing scope, it must be qualified by the name of the class of which it is a member. In this example, interface IEnclosee is nested inside interface IEncloser. So irrespective of the access specifier of IEnclosure, the access specifier of IEnclosee is public implicitly and it cannot be changed. The enclosure class implements the nested interface IEnclosee. Note that the fully qualified name of the interface enclosing the nested interface is used. In this example, interface iNested is nested inside class nested. The access specifier of iNested is default but can be private, protected, or public. Nested demo class implements the nested interface iNested. Note that the fully qualified name of the class enclosing the nested interface is used. Interfaces can be extended. One interface can extend from another interface using extends keyword. When a class implements an interface that inherits another interface, it must provide implementations for all methods defined within the interface inheritance chain. In this example, the interface shape extends drawable, which defines a draw method. The classes rectangle and circle implement shape interface. Hence, they provide implementations for the perimeter and area methods defined in the shape interface and draw method defined in the drawable interface. Here in this code snippet, we create an instance of class circle by using the parameterized constructor and assign it to a reference variable drawable of type drawable. And we invoke the draw method. Here we use reference variable of type drawable to refer to the circle object. Note that we can only invoke draw method on this reference variable. To summarize, we have learned that an interface simply declares the methods but does not provide implementation. Implements keyword is used when a class needs to implement an interface. The class which implements an interface needs to provide implementation for all the methods in the interface. A reference variable of type interface can be used to refer an object which implements the interface. An interface can be nested inside another interface or a class. An interface can extend from another interface.